elogwitsho selusazi mbukeli Ekhaya into yokuba sifika ngasigalelekile singumthombo ophala phambili wendaba Ekhaya Jikelele. Singafika kaloku uyoqonda iqiniseke into yokubana ziyaqhuma inqawe emaxhegweni livumile icamagu. Ogogo nomkhulu ezweni loyomoya bayaxhensa bayaxhonga baxhela iqhwane. Ewe kaloku siza sikuphethele isimo sezulu ezemidlalo ezenzekayo endleleni indaba eziqhafuqhafu nosaziwayo yonke into nje ozoyonwabela wena ithi nqenqa kumba zamehlo ungagunqi kuba kuninzi esikuphathele kona. Njonge kakuhle ndimlo ukhalosa kalubisi umadlongothi umaziphi umamshukuma nditsho yena kaloku unonkanyezi kodwa ke lembiza sayiqhuba naye kaloku inzwakazi yapha kwamageba umamtshali nonkanyezi ubright
right
yabona xa ndibize lo gama khona into enyukayo
molo sana umbukelisi sivele safika sangena sagulukude la singasangqongqozanga ke ekhaya lakho singena necapha wena wabona amaphoyisa ezofuna isigebengu sendawo asakho nokulinda kwasho labantu besaqala ukuthandana silana ke umbukelisi sokulethela ingqeze vele yohlelo lakho Ekhaya Jikelele sizokuphathela konke okudingayo sikuphathele neindaba ezithinta netball iCosafa Cup kanye nje nezithinta isimo sezulu njengoba bekhilithile nje kwezinye ingxenye zezwe. Njengamanje ke mbukela ke sibheke hamba phambili kuleli hora. Usilaxazile isicelo sebhayili omunye wabasolwa ecaleni lokweqa ejele imangaungu kaThabo Bester owaboshwa eseTanzania.
Kusabanda kakhulu kwezinye indawo zelizwe emva kokuwa kwamaqhekeze eKhepu.
Sakuvele imbiko ethi abaxhasi bomqhudelwano wendebe yomhlaba yebhola lomnqakiswano iVitality engaphansi kwenkampani iDiscovery isishiye phansi njengabaxhasi balomqhudelwano ozosingathwa ngumkhandlu dolobha iKapa.
Sanibonani molweni uNtunja lo bathi siqhaga somfazi ijeyitshele kaNtunja avila ivula ngabantu ivula zinkonjane ubukele Ekhaya Jikelele kwi-DTT SABC kuyatholakala umculo ama-poetry ezamabhizinisi uzongaphuthela bathi ijele kaNtunja mbini halivulwa ngabantu kuphi Ekhaya Jikelele.
Usilaxazile isicelo sakhe sebhayili umsola ugcina ecaleni elimayelana nokuboshwa noma ukubopha itulo lokweqejele kukaThabo Bester. Umweketsi Ramulula ungumsola we-12 ungumuntu wesithathu ukhoxisa isicelo sakhe sebhayili emva kadokotela uNandipha Magudumana noZanda Moyo.
Kwinyathelo belingalindelwanga bezotshishiso baxelela inkundla ukuba abazosiphikisa isicelo sebhayili. Nangona kunjalo igqwetha likamweketsi Ramulula licelele inkundla ukuba yasirhoxisa isicelo sebhayili loGamu Joel Makhetha enikwe ibhayili yamawaka R10.
This morning the accused indeed surrendered his passport to the investigating officer. So the passport is already in possession of the investigating officer, and on that basis, Your Worship, the state has no grounds whatsoever to oppose the application.
Ingcaphephe yezomthetho ithi lo mfo wehle nomcinga kwisicelo sebhayili kungenzeka uyekisela ukhuseleko lwakhe ngaphandle.
It is very intriguing to say that even if you are given your freedom, you are saying, I choose to be detained. But the suspicion is that probably the applicant or this accused might say, if I'm released on bail, I am not safe out there.
Lindeleke kuba boli-12 abatyholwa nabaquka uThabo Bester noGqirha Nandipha Magudumana bavele phambi kwenkundla kamantyi yaseBloemfontein ngomhla wesi-8 ku-August. Ukanti isibheno sikaMagudumana ngokubanjwa kwakhe eTanzania sakuphulaphula ngomhla we-14 kule nyanga.
Ingqele eqhaqhazelisa amazinyo saqhuba kwingingqi zeliqela kweli ukanti ifuthe layo lichaphazela uninzi. Amafama aqhalabe yimfuyo logama somashishini abakhasayo besithi balahlekelwe ngabathengi ukanti neendlela ziyatyibilika ngenxa yeKhepu kwindawo ezithile.
Iziphumo ezingaginyisi mathe kwaphela zentswela-ngqesho. Abantwana banakekela abantwana logama belinde omdala abuye emsebenzini wethutyana. Ngaphandle kwenkqubo yokutya yasezikolweni ngelixa leholide, uninzi luxhomekeke kwizibele zabantu. Amatshantliziyo aseSoweto atyutyhatyutyhe le ngingqi egqithisa ingubo. Ezi ziquququ zichonge imingeni kwiingingqi ezinika uncedo kuzo.
The homeless people, we gave them blankets, over 30 of them, and today we chose to come here because we have been working with this area before and we know they need a lot of unemployment, a lot of child-headed families.
Amashishini aseRhawutini nawo awasindanga kule ngqele iqhaqhazelisa amazinyo nanjengoko ukuwa kwekhephu izolo kuphazamise umthombo wabo wokuphila. Le ngqele ibaxothele abathengi bemihla ngemihla.
Now you remain with other things for yesterday. Now you have to take them back to the factory or where we stock.
Kwiphondo impumalanga uhola wendlela odlula phakathi kwaseSopi naseLidenburg oko imoto bezime ngqi. Iindaba zigqunywe likhephu, indlela zimtyibilizi yaye kunkungu. Abaqhubi bacetyiswe ukuba basebenzise ezinye indlela.
When I was on my way, that snow was becoming worse until I reached here. When I reached here, today the truck was slippery and I managed to go up. Then I have to stop.
Ukanti ke amafama nawo axhalabile ngemfuyo yawo kulomsinga wengqele.
Uma kubanda so le inkomo zinginike iproblem.
eFreystata odinga indawo eBloemfontein bamemelela urhulumente abafake kwiindawo zokufihla intloko. Bathi abakwazi kumelana nesi simo sezulu sinengqele nemvula ezinganyamezelekiyo nesithwaxa impilo yabo. Abanye bathi banomnqweno wokukhunjulwa xa eli libhiyozela imizuzu eyi-67 ukukhumbula ubawo Nelson Mandela. Iofisi yemo yezulu ithi le veki iza kuqhubeka nengqele enamaqhekeza ekhephu kummandla wempuma yeFreystata. Ukanti umasipala waseMangaung ulumkisa amafama ukuba achule ukunyathela ngokuphethelene nemfuyo yawo nanjengoko iingingqi ezininzi zisithi wambu iqabaka ekuseni.
Luqale ngehora lesikhombisa izolo kusihlwa uhlelo lokuvala amanzi amahora angama-58 lwesikhungo esiphakela ngamanzi eGoli iRand Water. Ukuvalwa kwalamanzi imbukeli kuzodonsa kuze kube uLwesihlanu. Inhloso ukulungisa ingqalazinda yamanzi.
Uprecious Mulife wase-White City eSoweto uthi ebecinga ukuba ezingxelo zithe ndi ngeRand Water lulwimi etywaleni. Ukwathe kwa izizathu ezinikiweyo azivakali. Uthi oku kuza kubeka ubomi benkonde nenkondekazi ezingaphilanga emngciphekweni.
Elderly people, some of them they use nappies and all those things. People who are using nappies, clean all the time. You take out that nappy and all that.
Ingingqi ezingazukuchaphazeleka ziquka iMidrand kunye neSandton ngokubanzi. Kodwa nangona kunjalo, ezinye ingingqi zeSandton nezinkinkishelwa nguvimba wamanzi oseDunkeld ziza kuchaphazeleka. Kodwa iziko laseRhawutini iJohannesburg Water lithi lixhobe lifamacala ukukhawulelana nale nyewe.
Stationary water tankers will be provided for critical areas like hospitals, clinics, and old age homes. Johannesburg Water will also provide roaming water tankers to all the affected suburbs. We are further requesting that customers are mindful and considerate when collecting water from the tankers, that they preserve some for fellow residents coming after them.
Iziko laseRand Water lithi oku kuvalwa kwamanzi kuyinxalenye yokuhlaziya iziseko zayo ukuqinisekisa ukuba azonakali ngenye imini.
Rand Water has formally informed the affected municipal customers by issuing a 21-day advance notification to allow the entities to plan and execute appropriate contingency plans. The municipalities are therefore expected to communicate to their consumers.
iRand Water ikwazikhabile izityholo zokuba inemingeni yokunkinkisha amanzi. Iqole ngelithi ingxaki ilele kumasipala noneziseko ezingakhathalelekanga.
Kwisiganeko samvanje sokutshiswa kwezigadla, amapolisa akhangela amadoda amathandathu axhobileyo atyholwa ngokutshisa izigadla ezintathu kwindlela uR574 phakathi kweLidenburg neSikhukhune eLimpopo. Ngelixa kwelinye icala kutshiswe izigadla ezimbini kuhola wendlela uN2 Empangeni Kutshanje kwiphondo laKwaZulu-Natal. Oku kulandela ukutshiswa kwezigadla ezintandathu kuhola wendlela uN3 eVan Rieenspas kwakweli phondo ngempelaveki.
Kunyanzeleke kuba kuvalwe indlela uR547 phakathi kweSikhukhune neLidenburg emva kwesisehlo. Amadoda bexhobe efamacala ngawo aphethe mbengwana abaqhubi bezigadla. Indlela le yenye yendlela eziphambili zezoqoqosho ezidibanisa iphondo laseLimpopo nelaseMpumalanga. Abaqhubi ngoku baxhalabile.
Affect us because of like you see, sometimes maybe they're gonna ban us here, so it's a problem.
Abanye babahlali baseSikhukhune basichaze sisehlo njengesimoshela uqoqosho lwendawo yabo, bamemelela iagente zomthetho ukuba zingenelele. Ukanti amapolisa aseLimpopo athi aphanda amatyala okutshiswa kunye nokonakaliswa kwempahla. Kusenjalo KwaZulu-Natal kutshiswe izigadla ezimbini ebezilinde kuhola wendlela uN2 Empangeni kunxweme lukumantla waKwaZulu-Natal emva kokuba kutshiswe ezinye ezintandathu kuhola wendlela uN3 kwakweli phondo ngempelaveki. Kwisehlo samvanje kutyholwa ngelithi iqela lamadoda belixhobile lihlasele abaqhubi bezigadla ze babaphanga impahla yabo. Isithethi samapolisa KwaZulu-Natal uJay Naika uthi abaqhubi bezigadla kuye kwanyanzeleka ukuba baphume kwizigadla phambi kokuba zitshiswe.
Amaqembu iIFP neDA esifundazweni iKwaZulu-Natal angene esivumelwaneni sokususa iANC emandleni okuphatha. Lamaqembu acikice isivumelwano sokubusa ngokubambisana komasipala bangazange banqotshwe iqembu elithile ngokugcwele. Bacela ke eshumini nesishiyagalombili omasipala ababuswa amaqembu angumfelandawonye kulesi sifundazwe.
Bezombusazwe iDA neIFP asesayinde isivumelwano sokusebenzisana komasipala bakwaZulu-Natal. Lamaqembu athi lesivumelwano ahlose ngaso ukuletha uzinzo nokuqinisekisa ukulethwa kwezidingo zomphakathi kulabo masipala. Umabili lamaqembu athi lesivumelwano siyingqophamlando esifundazweni.
Lokhu ukubambisana akukwenza ukuthi ubuthina bese budidizela noma bushabalale ngoba sobe sikhankasela nje abantu bazivotele imanifesto kungeyethu neDA nemanifesto yayo bekhankasela nabo.
Lamaqembu abesevele eqalile ukusebenzisana. iDA ayizange lungenele ukhetho lokuchibiyela kuWard 99 eThekwini ngenhloso yokubeka iIFP ethubeni lokunqoba leli ward. Kwathathwa isinqumo esifanayo futhi nakuWard 11 no37 anqotshwa ke iDA.
I think our common task here between the two parties is to remove the ANC from power. That is our common goal. There's no other goal. And through a service delivery pact of this nature and understanding how we operate can in fact lead to some further engagement with the IFP and with 2024 in mind.
Lamaqembu ke omabili athi asezokucacisela ke abavoti bawo ngalesi sinqumo ngaphambi kokhetho lokazwelonke ngonyaka ozayo. NginguSimphiwe Makhanya wezindaba zeSABC ngiseThekwini.
Isebe lezobulungisa noluleko lithi alinakwazi ukwenza uvulazibhuqe ekhululeni amabanjwa eselekhulile. Okukuza emva kwezimemelelo zombutho we-EFF zokuba anikwe inqawula amabanjwa adonsa izigwebo zobomi kwaye eneminyaka engaphaya kwama-60. Kodwa isebe lithi alinawuze likhulule izikrelemnqa ezinobungozi.
UMzantsi Afrika unengxaki yokuphuphumala kwentilongo kwaye umbutho we-EFF uthi amabanjwa angaphaya kweminyaka engama-60 makakhululwe ngenqawule.
Majority of these lifers are sick. Some of them have got chronic diseases already. What is it that you are trying to rehabilitate? Unless you want to punish them and you want them to perish and die in prison.
Isebe lemicimbi yezobulungisa nentilongo lithi kufuneka kulandelwe imithetho.
Due process needs to be applied for these people to qualify for parole. Age on its own is not a basis for someone to be granted parole. And most importantly, in the scheme of correctional services, it is important that justice is seen to be done and the relevant retribution levels are attended to.
Umbutho olwela amalungelo amabanjwa, i-South African Prisoners Organization for Human Rights, uthi i-EFF mayingapolitiki.
We want to warn the EFF to stay away from prisons because they have betrayed the transformation of this particular institution. All they are looking for, it is the votes so that the votes can push up the numbers in the National Assembly.
Isebe livelise ukuba angaphaya kwamakhulu asixhenxe yamabanjwa angaphaya kweminyaka engama-60 agwetyelwe ubomi. Kwiindaba ze-SABC, Ndingubulelani Philip eParlamente.
Qiniseka mbukeli into yokubana ugqusha lazi kuba kaloku xa sibuya entengisweni sakuba nodliwano ndlebe njengoko kaloku sesikwisizini yayo eSARS naye umnumzana uSibeko siyabuya emva kwale ntengiso.
Siphinde sikamukele mbukeli Ekhaya Jikelele kanti odabeni oluhamba phambili sibika ukuthi usilaxazile isicelo sebheyili omunye wabasolwa ecaleni lokweqa ejele eMangaung kaThabo Bester owaboshwa eseTanzania. Sele uqalile werhafu yengeniso uSARS ulumkise ngezikrelemnqa ezifuna ukuqubusha abarhafi. Le nkonzo ke ijongene nokubhatalwa kwerhafu kweli ithi iza kusebenzisa inkqubo elula ekufakweni kwezicelo zembuyekezo zerhafu. Ndlela leyo ebandakanya ukusetyenziswa kobuxhakaxhaka bale mihla. Ungenanzulu ke kulomba sinomnumzana uSiphithi Sibeko wakwaSARS. Mnumzana Sibeko wamkelekile Ekhaya Jikelele.
Sanibona nakuba kubukeli bakho.
Lifikela galeleka ixesha apho abantu ngayo lenyanga bephithizela isimino ezifonini zabo befuna kanye le mali. Unganceda nje usixelele ngendlela yokufaka isicelo sembuyekezo yerhafu.
So uma ungumkhokhi wentela iSARS inawo izindaba zakho zonke uma ine medical aid yakho ine pay as you earn yakho kanti futhi inaloko kuthiwa i-annuity naloko kuthiwa i-interest yakho yasebank iyazithatha ke zonke le ndaba zakho ibisizihlanganisa phe kwaloko ibisiyathola ke ukuthi nga imali engakanani iSARS okumele ikunikeze yona oyibhadale ukweqa kuloko bokufanele ukubhadale intela. So ngalokho ke iloko kuthiwa sikwenzela lento kuthiwa i-auto assessment akuhlanganisela sikwazi ukupopulateela i-tax file yakho kusho ukuthi ifile yakho sifaka konke ongabe ukufanele ngabe kuza kuwe bese ke ngalokho ke bese sikwazi ukukunikeza i-refund.
Ungathi intoni mhlambe edingekayo xa umuntu efaka isicelo sembuyekezo zerhafu njengoko ingathi ngoku nibhenela kumakhasi anamhlanje okanye i-technology ngabula makhumsha?
So uma ngabe sukuthumela kwi-SMS sesikwenze konke lokho sikuthumela i-SMS yakho siyaye sifake nemali ke ozomela uyithole. Uma uthi hayi bo SARS le mali enginika yona ayanele le ndawo zami nithi ninazo kukhona eningenako njengokuthi mhlawumbe nje uma umuntu egula akwazi ukuya esibhedlela bese kuthiwa ebhadale more ku medicine yakhe mhlawumbe uma efuna amayeza akhe noma mhlawumbe kuthiwa ke mhlawumbe umuntu unamakhilometer lawo iSARS enganawo kuyayikwenzeke ukuthi uhambe siyakuthumela sithi hamba uye ku-e-filing la ofike uthola indaba zakho zentela ufika ke lapho ugcwalise lokho esingakufakanga thina siya lapho noma ku-movie app esiyisebenzisayo uma uthola ukuthi hayi SARS kwangathi anifakanga zonke indaba zami uya ule lapho bese ufaka lapho bese usithumela ke bese sasikwazi ukucobungula ukuthi cha iyona imali impela leyo kumele sibhadale ngaba sikubhadele yona bese ke isas ikwazi ukubhadala lokho bokumele ibhadale kona engazange ibhadala kona.
Kuyaphawuleka into yokubana abanye abantu badla ngokuba babhideke xa kuthethwa ngembuyekezo yerhafu. Ungasixelela ukuba ngubani mhlawumbe omele uyasifaka esisicelo?
Ikakhulukazi abantu abasebenzayo kuthiwa lawo kuthiwa ngama non-provisional taxpayers. Abantu abasebenzayo esazi ukuthi ilanga nelanga bayasebenza labo bantu labo ibona ke abama non-provisional taxpayers. Bese kuba khona labo abafana nani njengeintatheli abakwazi ukuthi basebenze bese bayema baphinde basebenze lapha baya freelance ngokwesilungu. Labo bantu sibabiza ama-provisional taxpayers ngoba babhadala intela uma bekwazi ukuthola umsebenzi. Bese kuba ke kuyaba ke namanye amakhampani ke mhlambe nawo siwabiza ama-provisional taxpayers. Labo bantu bakuthiwa bafayila kabili ngonyaka. Bakhona ke abantu abantu abangasebenzi vele ke ngeke babe ngama taxpayer ngaleyo ndlela. Kodwa ke akusho ukuthi abantu abangasebenzi imininingwano yabo asinayo. Uma ngabe uthola imali ezeyafika ezingene elithize kufanele ubhadale intela kuyo. Kulapho ke uma ubhadale intela uyakwazi ke ukuthi nawe ubusuthola noma i-auto assessment. Futhi uma ungatholanga i-auto assessment uyakwazi ukuthi uye ku-e-filing. Uma une-tax number yakho ufake i-tax number yakho ne-password yakho uzabona uzozithola indaba zakho lapho ukuthi ume kanjani whether isazi kumele ibhadale wena or mhlawumbe wena kumele ubhadale isazi ngoba phela kuthi ngokuthi ngaso uma kuyi-filing season isars ihlale ibhadala abantu nabantu bayatholakala ukuthi bakolota babhadale kancane kumele babhadale isars.
Mnumzana uSibeko uye wachaphazela ngaphambili into yokuba abantu mhlambe bayakwazi uba bafake izicelo besebenzisa amakhasi onxibelelwano njengoko ngoku sikwi-technology. Ingaba mhlambe kubantu esingathi basezilalini abakwazi ukufikelela kwizinto zamakhasi okanye kwizinto ze-technology zobuchwepheshe, siyayiqonda into yokuba amaziko kawonke ayaziwa ngokuba anemigca emide. Ungathi mhlambe ikhona enye indlela yokufaka isicelo ngaphandle kokuba umuntu aye kwi-offices ka-SARS kwaye mhlawumbe engenayo indlela yokuba angasebenzisa ubuchwepheshe?
So uma abantu mhlambe ke bangahle sesisebenzisa manje ukhona ama-SMS esesiwasebenzisayo umuntu angakwazi ukuthi asithumele i-SMS abuza ngeindaba zakhe. Mhlambe ke uma efuna ukwazi ukuthi kumele akhokhe intela noma khona into kumele ayenze noma uma efuna nje i-tax number siyasebenzisa ama-SMS uthi ngaloko ke ngaleyo SMS umuntu akwazi ukuthi angakhuluma nathi ngaphandle ukuthi ezinkantolo zethu. Kodwa ikakhulukazi uma ngabe ufuna ukuncedwa mhlawumbe ungashayela i-contact center yethu nayo iyakwazi ukuthi umuntu imncede i-contact center uma angakwazanga ke ukusebenzisa i-SMS.
Kuye kwaphawuleka kananjalo into yokubana kuye kube khona abantu mhlawumbe abazifumana sele bethi ba-owa uSARS, abanye uyifumanise loo nto into yokubana ngumothuko kubo. Ingaba yenzeka njani uba umntu ukufumaniseka into yokubana u-owisha uSARS kwaye kuphi apho angajonga khona ukuze aqinisekise uba ngenene uyam-owisha uSARS?
So njengoba bengisasho ukuthi ngayo i-SMS ungakwazi ukuthi ucela i-statement of account kulapho uzokwazi ukubona ukuthi bangaphisa baza kunikeza i-SMS number nge-SMS number bese uthumela bese uyachaza into oyidingayo. Uma ufuna i-statement of account ungayithumela ngalokho.
okunye ke futhi abantu kuyaye kwenzeka ukuthi uma ugcina usukoloda usazi kusho ukuthi mhlawumbe uthole asithi nje uma ngabe khona okuholelayo noma khona uthole imali engaphezu kwe limit ethize kuyafanele ukuthi ubhadale intela kuleyo uma for instance mhlawumbe asithi uyaqashisa unama room uyakwazi ukuqashisa abantu uma ngabe uthola ngaphezu kwe number ethize kufanele ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi uchazele usazi ngoba kuyo yonke imali oyiholayo kufanele ngabe imali iyentela iba khona kodwa kuyadependa ke ukuthi ibanga lakho ibanga elingakanani.
Into ethi ke iluxanduva lomuntu into kubana mhlawumbe xa ibona ukuthi imali ifikelela kwindawo ethile funeke anazise. Kudala sisiva neziganeko zokuthathwa kwemali zabarhafi ngondlela mnyama. Ungacebisa ngelithini ukuze abantu bakwazi ukuphepha kulomkhwa?
Use ethatha usazi.
No, ufumanisa into kubana mhlawumbe umuntu noba uye okanye kube nomuntu ozamnceda mhlambe kwezinto ze-apps no e-filing kanti umuntu wenza ngondlela mnyama imali umuntu akasayifumana akazi babekutheni so ukuxhobisa nje ababukeli bethu ukuze bakwazi mhlawumbe bangaphepha njani kwezi ziganeko.
Ikakhulukazi uma wena njengomkhokhi wentela i-obligation ikuwe kumele ukuthi uma ngabe usebenzisa umuntu ukuthi akusebenzele akwenzele ngamaphepha ungakwenza lokho kodwa yiko sesithi sinama SMS sikwenzele ne-auto assessment futhi uma ungakwazi nokugcwalisa amafomu ungeza emahhovisi wethu sikwazi ukugcwalisela ukwazi ukuthi ungabhadali umuntu ngendlela nje obungeya kusazi wafike wacela kusazi ukuthi usazi akuncede ukuvakashela inkantolo zethu uyakwazi ukuthi uwenze i-appointment ufike ngelanga elithile uzokwazi ukuthi ubakuncede ngesikhathi esithile so ngaleyo ndlela leyo wenza ukuthi ungafiki uzongena kuma-queue uyakwazi ukuthi uthumele SMS ucele ukwenza i-appointment bakunikeze i-appointment so labantu bangakunceda ngokuthi bakushayele imenze kuthiwa lento i-visual interaction kube nekwazi ukuthi ukhulume naye umbone ngalo umuntu eku-laptop ekubonisa ukuthi kufanele wenzeni noma ke uze nje enkantolo emahhovisi wethu nesiqu sakho wenze i-appointment bazokwazi ukunceda umuthi uzofika ngo-10 bobe bakunikeze ilanga lakho uthi ufike ukuthi ngosibanibani ngo-10 loyo bakwazi ukukunceda ngaso sikhathi ofike ngaso.
Mnumzana uSibeko masibambe ngazibini ngexesha lakho.
Ngiyabonga sisi babayi.
Lo besithetha naye kaloku nguye umnumzana Sibeko osuka pha kwiziko lakwa SARS njengoko kaloku mbukeli exhobisa nina njengoko kaloku seliqalile isizini yerhafu yengeniso yakwa SARS ngoku ke mbukeli masithi qhwi evenkileni wena ungayindawo siyabuya emva kwanentengisi.
Siphinde sikamkele mbukeli ekhaya Jikelele kanti mangabe singena eindabeni zezemidlalo abadlali bebanyana bebekhombisa ukuthi basadiniwe ngesikhathi beqeda ukutheleka eNew Zealand ukuzobamba iqhaza emqhudelanweni wendebe yomhlaba yeFIFA esigabeni sabesifazane yize kunjalo ke bamaganga ukuzwana amandla neCosta Rica ngomgqibelo kwazi sephela bagcina kowe-AFCON ukudlala ndawonye njengeqembu.
Ibanyana kancinci iyayiqhelana nobomi baseNew Zealand ezakubala ikhaya labo kweziveki zine zizayo azikapheli incama izivubeko zokundiza emoyeni ithuba elide ukuya kwela lizwe liphambili ngeyure ezilishumi elinanye kwelelo Mzantsi Afrika kodwa bakonwabele kuzilolonga.
The first day, it was extremely somber. Most of us were sleepy. We really didn't want to come to eat, and do stuff that we were supposed to do.
We are at day 2 where we went to training and just had a feel of just kicking the ball. The day before today, it was raining, So today it was a bit nice, not raining. The weather was just nice and cool.
Kubalulekile kambe bakhawuleze baqhelanise nemeko phambi komdlalo wabo kuvula indebe yehlabathi neSweden nge-23rd yale nyanga.
The team is gelling well, number one. We are acclimatizing. The girls seem to be getting along with even the people here in New Zealand. Even on the field, we're starting to connect more. So everything is just going so well. So I'm happy about that.
Umdlalo weyo neCosta Rica uza kunceda ifolosi uJermaine Shopasinwe noHilda Magaiya bavuselele ukhokhono lwabo ebaleni nembalasane uThembi Kgatlana okuya kumonzakalo emva kwexesha elide.
Umsubathi ogijimisa okonyazi uCaster Semenya uvunwe inkantolo ebhekele izinxushunxushu ezenzeka kwezemidlalo emhlabeni njengoba ephosela inselele isinqumo esithi indlela isimo somzimba wakhe sakheke ngendlela enezimpawu zabantu besilisa nokuyinto ke embeka ethubeni elingcono kunabesifazane ancintisana nabo uma gijinywa.
Inkundla yamalungelo oluntu yase-Europe i-ECHR igwebe ukuba inkundla zase-Switzerland zimnike elinye ithuba lokulwa idabi nemiqathango uCaster Semenya. uSemenya noneminyaka engama-32 ubhenele kwinkundla ye-ECHR ngoFebruwari ka-2021 emva kokuchithwa lityala kwinkundla echophela amatyala ezemidlalo kwidabi elithathe iminyaka. I-ECHR igwebe ngelithi zange simanyelisiswe isibheno sikaSemenya. Iqhube ngelithi zange anikwe imigaqo neziseko ezaneleyo eSwitzerland neziza kumnika umhlaba wokuba azise izikhalazo zakhe ngaphambili ngokwendlela ezizizo.
Ukuthola kabanzi ke mbukeli ngalokhu sixhumana nentatheli yezemidlalo kumpempe.com uSibongiseni Gumbi. Gumbi asikubingelele sikwamukele ohlelweni.
Ngibingelele kuwe sisami nababukeli bonke sinabo njengalesikhathi.
Ingabe lesisinqumo esikhishwe yi-Swiss Supreme Court and Court of Arbitration for Sport sime kanjani?
Siukunqoba okukhulu uCaster Semenya kodwa ngeshwa nje angikholwa ukuthi kusekunqoba kwakhe yedwa ukuzosiza yena kodwa ukunqoba kwabo bonke abanye abesifazane abakheke naye abadaleke njengaye ngoba siyazi ukuthi akazidalanga ukuthi abe namandla mhlawumbe okudlula abantu besifazane abajwayelekile kodwa kuyindlela nayo indalo yamenza ngayo. Mawuzobheka isikhathi esejeke ngayo le case akusezumsiza kakhulu yena ngoba lo 5 years omlahlekele angikholwa ukuthi abezokuzuza kulo 5 years ngoba siyakhumbula ukuthi ubebuya enqobeni amagolide ngo-2012 nango-2016 ngalesikhathi kuthiwa ngo-2018 nakani kuma-Olympics. So le minyaka esimilahlekele kuma-Olympics eminingi ngabe manje mhlawumbe amagolide asewaqophile kodwa-ke ngicabanga ukuthi naye ubengasayeleli yena ukuthi aqhubeke nale case ngoba uzokhumbula ukuthi wayeqala lapha e-Swiss Court for Arbitration yamhlula wayese-International Court for Sport nakhona yamhlula kodwa waseqhubeka-ke njengoba ezawina lapha enkantolo yase-Europe la kuyikhona la isinqumo bafike basihlehlisa khona bambuyisela nakhona-ke asisangazi ukuthi kuzoba yi-tennis final yini ngoba nabo abe-IAF basazofaka i-appeal yabo nabo baphikise lesinqumo sesikhishiwe kusazoba yikhethi ngakho ukuthi mhlawumbe yena ngokwakhe ayisamsizi kangako ukunqoba kwakhe kodwa useyivulandlela lokuthi nabanye abesifazane abasesimeni esifana nesakhe sebeyokwazi ukuthi babe nento abayobambelela ngayo nemthetho ubavune ngoba yena ukwazi ukuthi aqhubeke naleli cala noma sekunzima sekubona ngathi kumele ngavele iyayeka kodwa waqhubeka walwa njengokuthi wagcina iphumelele manje.
Njengoba nje usho ke nawe Sibongiseni ukuthi sesisiningi lesi sikhathi esimlahlekela uCaster ngabe useqoqa amagolide amangaki kule minyaka le esidlulile. Ingabe lokhu kumphazamise kangakanani uCaster engqondweni?
Ubukeke umuntu ostrong ngoba njengoba ngisho ukuthi into abeseyilwa yena bengasayibeli yena bengaseyena ukuthi into yakhe le kodwa impi yabo bonke abesifazane abanjengaye so ngicabanga lokho bekumkhuthaza ukuthi noma yena engasezuzuza ukutheni uma ngabe yina le case kuthiwa akaqhubeka gijini khona uma kuwukuthi besatrain siyamazi ukuthi italent unalo lokudlala so usangagijima futhi mhlawumbe awile lokwazoyina kodwa ngokuminyaka nje wesena 32 akusafani njengoba kade 5 years ago no-27 esenamandla kakhulu so mhlawumbe namandla manje asithe ukwehla uzokhumbula nokuthi useshadile sewumuntu wasekhaya so izinto eziningi mhlawumbe abezenza ecaleni lokujima kakhulu mhlawumbe akasakwenzi kodwa-ke akubona ukuluza lokho ngoba ukwazile ukuthi ayimele into yakhe akhombise ukuthi umuntu othi mangabe ekholelwe entweni akayilahle ngoba mhlawumbe omunye umuntu bezojika endleleni mase kuphele mhlawumbe 2 years 3 years athi hayi lethe yindawo mina ngiyajika ngiyiyeka yonke le nto.
Sike sayithinta-ke ne-Athletics South Africa ngalolu daba kodwa ke cha yangafuna ukuphumela obala. Uma ngabe ucabanga isiphi isinyathelo abangasithatha?
But yes, Athletics South Africa beyimeseka ukhasta kodwa abamangibheka ngokwami bengafuna ukuphumela obala ukuthi siyameseka ngokugcwele nakho sifemva kwakhe ngoba nayo phela ingaphansi komthetho we-IALF. So uma ngabe uzophikisana kakhulu nabantu abaphethe uzophinde kube khona la kushayisana khona. Uma ngabe into esinanyathele engasenza manje ukuthi njengoba esewinile besikhombisa ukumeseka ngokuthi imbuyisele kuzo zonke izinhlelo zayo ngendlela efanele akwazi ukuqhubeka agijima imeseke ngendlela afanele aseke ngayo ukuthi uma ngabe kunomqhudelwano afuna ukuyogijima kwaziyo ukuthi uzosekwa ngayo yonke indlela yakhonjiswe ukuthi siyaxolisa ngandlela athile ukuthi ubambezelekile kule minyaka emihlanu elele icala.
Yini esingayilindela ke njengamanje kuCasta emva kwalesi sinqumo?
Ukuthi njengamanje ngasesikaqaqisi kahle ukuthi uvumeleke kuphi nakuphi nakuphi mangabe sekuhleleke kahle yonke into sesitholakele yonke into nomnyombo wakhona wonke sizokwazi ukuthi naye sisaphumela obala kasitshela ukuthi usayimisela ukubuyela nasigijima noma mhlambe uzofuna ukuthi angene ngala mhlambe eqeqeshini ingane encane ezokwazi ukuthi azinike platform naye ngoba uselelile le platform ukuthi itholakale ivuleleke wonke umuntu onesizwe sokungena kuyo. So sizozwa kuye ukuthi ngifunani kodwa ngiyaqala ukuthi angagijima ngoba i32 akakabili kakhulu ngoba akakaze abe nenzalo enzima ngikholwa ukuthi amandla semphelele ngaleyo ndlela usangakwazi ukubuyela gijima mhlambe ayinqobele umjahe emibili emithathu bese ke mhlambe ecabanga ukuthi yini azoyenza ngekusasa lakhe emva kwalokho.
Kumbi ukhona yini ke umthelelo ongemuhle obekhona enhlanganweni esingethe ezokusubatha kulelizwe kanye nje nakubasubathi bonkana eNingizimu Afrika?
Ngaphandle ukuthi ke umisheke ithuba uCasta angikholwa ukuthi kube yinto ngathi kube yinto enhle ngoba uvula indlela lebo benzekile ngoba kuzovulela abantu abaningi ithuba lokuthi bazi ukuthi into yakho yelwela nabanye ozicindezelekile phambili nozinyisheka amathuba ngokuthi mhlawumbe bavaleleka ngemithetho ekhona kwezokusubatha bazokwazi ukuthi cha uyakwazi ukuthi ifakele inselelo uphikisane nayo ukuthi cha le mithetho le mina njengomuntu uyangimisha ilungelo lami noma khona la ungivimba khona ekutheni ngiphumelele nami ngikwazi ukuyimela njengabo bonke abantu bese bekwazi ukulwela lokho. So ngiyacabanga ukuthi ube into enhle ukuthi ayilwele lento yakhe ukuze ibe sigcinile.
Hayi ke sibonge kakhulu ke sibongiseni ngesikhathi sakho la ekhaya Jikelele sikufisele nje ke nosuku oluhle.
Kube njalo nokuthi sami nababukeli bonke la bekhona. Yebo.
Sibonge kakhulu umbukeli lowo ke besixoxa naye usibongiseni Gumbi oyintatheli ye-impempe.com besixoxa naye ke ngodaba oluthinta umsubathi uCasta Semenya okwaba nje ke mbula sinje qu ezitolo kodwa siyabuya emva komzuzwana. Sikamukele ke mbukeli la ekhaya Jikelele breakfast show.
Ewe sihleli nabo sibuyile.
Kanti ke mbukeli uma ngabe ke sibheka umbuzo wethu wosuku sikubuze ukuthi njengoba nje sekuyisikhathi lapho khona isikhungo esiqoqa intela kuleli iSARS sibuyisela amakhasimende ingxenye yemali edonswa njengengxenye yentela. Engabe lenkece uhlele ukuyisebenzisa kanjani wena osuyitholile nawe sabheke ukuba uyithole wabeke usuphawula kanje?
Hayi lokhu ngilindile nami impela ukuthi uma ngabe ingena hayi kuzofanele ngiyisebenzise ngomnyone ngcina ngobuchule. Hey ngiyacabanga ngoba kusondela izinsuku nje manje umuntu usekufanele alobola gana ufanele vele ngithatha umakoti ngale mali ngendlela abayisho ngayo hayi kuzofanele ngiyovele ekhweni lami.
Hayi nakho kwanto ndilijongile kwanto ezayizuza mabenzi bakhona abayezayifumana nothi mina noyizuza. So aba bazayifumana ke sabaqhwabela ngase bayisebenzise entweni ezibhalile bayikuyingqondo kubanda nokubanda kanje balungise izindle balungise izindle.
Kulabo abayokuhlomula imali yakwaSARS yithi abayiberekise ngokutsheja kakhulu. Mina angazokuhlomula ngoba iSARS ayakhabu ukungidosela. Lapho izokudosa khona nami ngizokuyiberisa ngokutsheja.
Namsasa sisenike ndayithola. Ike yathungena yo. Abe niqomba nixakeke kanjani ndake ndathi uvuya kancane ndake ndathi uncuma njengamntu wonke.
Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi nisibukele kaloku apha ekhaya jikelele kwinkqubo ndaba yakho uDTT. Kubonakala ngathi ishishini lemigodi yemayini engekho mthethweni yaqhuba kakuhle eGauteng. Bekukwiveki ephelileyo ngethuba kubhubha abantu abali-17 kumatyotyombe ase-Angelo eMpumarandi kulandela ukuvuza kwerhasi. Ozamazama batyabeka izityholo ngokusweleka ngongenalisini okuquka abantwana abathathu. Ukuza kuthi kangoku amapolisa akakabambi mntu. Kanti ke iDemocratic Alliance icela icandelo elikhethelekileyo lokuqapha ulwaphulomthetho ukulwa nokumbiwa kwemigodi ngokungekho mthethweni. Ukuxovula banzi mba ke sizawuqhagamshelana nengcali yolwaphulomthetho uThabanga Buhupa. Masikubulise Thabanga sikwamkele enkqubeni iEkhaya jikelele.
Good morning to the presenters and also dumedisha labathelethi ko gae sanibonani.
Sawubona nawe. Thabanga ungathi intoni ekufuneka siyenzile ukuze kube kanti kuyapheliswa ukwembiwa kwemigodi ngokungekho mthethweni? What efforts would you like to see in combating illegal miners?
Okay, thank you so much. It's on two folds. The mining companies, firstly, they have to adhere to what they promised in their social labor plan. Into le bavumelane nomthetho ukuthi bazoyenzela abantu. Let them do what they said they will do in their social labor plans. Then the communities will not be forced to go and compete out of poverty. Ngeke bathi ngoba bezwa indlala ba ema mining, then they compete illegally. Secondly, on our law enforcement side, the DMR, they need to be trained more into law enforcement, because apparently they take the mining engineering graduates and then they become inspectors of mines. But then the challenge is that what they face there is actual criminality. Now it means that they need to now request SAPS to come and help them. But if we had our inspectors of mines being capacitated with the skills to combat crime, real combating crime. Actually, what must happen kwa DMR kufanele kube nabantu abalwane illegal mining, dedicated special task team elwane illegal mining from DMR side. That's my view.
Njengoko uthetha ngokubana funeke kube khona i-training when it comes to law, kuyabonakala ngathi azipheli iziganeko zentlekele esingathi into yokubana zidibanisa ukwembiwa kwemigodi ngokungekho mthethweni, illegal mining. Kwiziganeko zamvanje siye sabona amapolisa nawo ezama ukulwa. Ungathi mhlawumbe yintoni enokwenziwa? What do you think should be done, or what are some of the contributing factors to illegal mining?
Yeah, one of the most contributing factors is the rate of unemployment, which is the first one. The second one is some of the mining companies, subcontracted mining companies, they have for long been preferring immigrants. And now when the contracts are done, or when a certain subcontractor no longer have contracting, it means that because of the cheap labor that they targeted in the illegal immigrants, those immigrants now have a skill subset in mining, but they are no longer employable because that contractor, the contract is done. Now those people are still here in South Africa and now they are forcefully mining. Mind you, some of these people, let me give example of the Zimbabweans. In their country, there's a lot of minerals. But because they don't do illegal mining in their countries. They come and do it here in South Africa. Similar to other people from other countries, you may find that they left minerals in their countries, they come to our country. Then lastly, it tells you that there's a high demand for the minerals, even locally or domestic. Now the challenge is that most mining companies, what they do is they export the minerals. For example, I'll give you example in Limpopo and even in Gauteng. You find that there's a local demand for gold, but the gold that is mined properly is being shipped out of the country. So the local market of gold depends on the gold that's illegally mined. So the small SMMEs fanele babavumele ukuthi nabo ba mine at a small scale and sell locally officially, so with all the licensing and permits that are required.
Ingaba ungathi mhlawumbe inani lemigodi embiwa ngongekho mthethweni kwelu liyaziwa? Ndithetha ukuba kubonakala ngathi lemigodi yaziwa ngabantu abahlala kuloo ndawo kuphela kwaye kusekunoba khona mhlawumbe amawaka-waka. And we've also seen inventions by the ruling party ANC where it tries to address this challenge. Do you also feel that is it enough?
Yeah, the attempts by government are not yet efficient. I want to be honest. Local government is not enough, because if you check into the equipment that are needed to control mining, government has very little. So they rely also on the same private sector to provide them with equipment. But secondly, what we want to talk about mostly is the social responsibility. If the legally mining companies were contributing sufficient percentage, the 30% that's required for the local communities, I'm telling you, the local people would protect the mines with everything. Like what used to happen previously, you wouldn't mine illegally because firstly, Labantu, they would tell you, they would confront you, Umpagat would confront you, Yega loko ukwenzayo, because the people would be benefiting from our mine. The mines would be hiring the local people. So it means that the same people would not want the minerals to be mined illegally. And lastly, if the subcontracted companies could stop with lento yabo yobu of hiring illegal immigrants to push production and hire the local indigents and pay them sufficiently, then there would be a balance. But there's still more that the government can do. The government could still invest in, cooperate within the affected communities to make sure, they could even make sure that there's patrolling cooperates from the same communities that are affected to report to the police to also prevent the illegal mining that's happening. And also, if there's previous mining activities that used to happen and there's care and maintenance that's needed there, then let them outsource that to the community to say, Nina, abantu ba lendao, please, hlanganani, former cooperate yenu, and then we will fund you with what's needed. If we need to crush the stone and sell it, crush the stone, but all the profit and the surplus will go to the community, and then it will be paid in dividends. Then there will be a balance in the mining sector.
Mnumzana uThabang, masibambe ngazibini ngexesha lakho. Thank you so much for your time. Right, Mbukeli we enkosi kakhulu. Right, Mbukeli wami lo ke besithetha naye nguye umnumzana uThabang esixelela banzi kaloku ngokuba into yabahlali ukuba bengaxhamli kuyo lento yokubana kwizinto ze illegal mining yenza ukuba kanti babe ngathi abathatheli ngqalelo